Week 4, pronouns. Book exercise, page 41-42. Pronouns. A word such as I, he, she, it, we, or they that is used instead of a noun or a noun phrase is called a pronoun. A pronoun can be used as a subject. For example, I saw him running in the street, and they have a plan to go to New York. In both these sentences in red color, you can find out that I and they are used as the subjects. Then a pronoun can be used as an object. For example, I know him and Tahir will meet her next week. Him and her in red, you can see that they are used as the objects. The next topic that we have is again, it's a book exercise, page 41 and 42, possessive pronouns. A possessive pronoun is a pronoun that demonstrates ownership, showing that something belongs to a particular someone. For example, what is mine is yours, my friend, and the ring is hers. In both these sentences in red, you can find out that mine, yours, and hers, they are the possessive pronoun, and that shows the ownership of these subjects. Then the reflexive pronoun, a word ending in self or selves that are used when the subject and the object of the sentence are the same. For example, Rashid made the t-shirt himself and Lubna did the homework herself. Again, herself and himself. Himself and Rashid, they are the same person, and Lubna and herself, they are also the same person. So that is why it is used as we call it as the reflexive pronoun, because it reflects to the noun. So that is the reflexive pronoun. Then we have the emphatic pronoun. An emphatic pronoun refers back to another noun or a pronoun in the sentence to emphasize it. For example, the queen herself attended the party. The queen is the noun being emphasized. It is called the antecedent of the emphatic pronoun. Antecedent, this word we are going to read in the next topic, which is the relative pronoun. A relative pronoun is a pronoun which refers to a noun in the main clause, and the noun to which it refers is the antecedent of the relative pronoun. Example, they never fail who die in the great cause. Who and they. Who is the relative pronoun, and they is actually antecedent of who, because who is referring to they. So that is what the antecedent is. It is antecedent is a noun or a pronoun in the main clause, and then the relative pronoun refers to that noun or the pronoun. Then we have another example, that is the moment which is lost forever. So which and moment, which is the relative pronoun, and it refers to the word moment in the main clause. So that is the relative pronoun. Indefinite pronoun, and indefinite pronoun is a pronoun that refers to an unspecified or unidentified person or thing. It is vague rather than specified, and it doesn't have any antecedent. It's not very clear actually. For example, each member of the family has the flu, and everybody kept the information on the surprise to him or herself. So over here, everybody and each are the indefinite pronouns because they do not refer to a particular person, but they refer to a very general things or the people. Week 5, that is similes and metaphors and personifications. A simile. A simile is a figure of speech that makes a comparison showing similarities between two different things. A simile draws resemblance with the help of the words like or as. Therefore, it is direct comparison. Examples: our soldiers are as brave as lions, and he is a cunning like a fox. As and like. Whenever you see these words, these two words in any comparative sentence, then you should understand that these words or this comparative sentence is a simile. Then the next is a metaphor. A metaphor is a figure of speech that describes an object or action in a way that isn't literally true but helps explain in the idea or make a comparison. The examples for this is that my brother was boiling mad. So in this case, boiling mad is used metaphorically because your brother or anybody's brother cannot be boiling mad. It means like he was very angry. And then the assignment was a breeze. Now, breeze and assignment, these two things cannot be together because breeze is something which cannot be an assignment, or assignment cannot be breeze, but it means that it is not difficult, it's easy. We have personification. So, personification is a literary device. A personification is the projection of characteristics that are normally belong to only humans. That is the human characteristics used for non-human or animals, so that we call them as the personifications. The examples are justice is blind. So justice is never blind, but over here we are just personifying that justice is blind. And then the sun smiled down on them. So sun doesn't smile, but we have given a characteristic of human to sun, so that is the personification. Then the next topic that we have is helping and linking verbs. Helping verbs are verbs that help the main verb in a sentence by extending its meaning. They can also add detail to how time is conveyed in a sentence. For example, she is making a dinner for us and I do not know the answer. Is and do are the helping verb. Then the next is that is linking verb. Linking verbs are verbs that serve as the connection between a subject and the further information about that subject. They link the subject with the rest of the sentence. The examples are she appears upset about the announcement. And then the next is that dreams come true when we believe in them. So in both these sentences, appear and come, they are the verbs, but over here they are linking she and dreams with the rest of the sentence. Then we have regular verbs. Regular verbs form their past and past participle formed by adding ed. Like the regular verbs, their past and past participles end at ed. For example, examples are there like walk, walked, walked, dance, danced, danced, and paint, painted, and painted. So any verb that ends, that past and past participle ends at ed, so they are the regular verbs, and irregular verbs are totally different and totally opposite to these. That is, the irregular verbs form their past and past participle forms in different ways. For example, burned, burnt, burnt, and dream, dreamt, and dreamt. The next topic that we have is the transitive and intransitive verb. A verb can be described as a transitive or intransitive based on whether it requires an object to appear to express a complete thought or not. A transitive verb is one that only makes sense if it exerts its action on an object. An intransitive verb will make sense without an object. The examples that are: the girls carry water to their village, so that is a transitive verb. The transitive verb needs an object, and intransitive verb does not need an object. She likes a chocolate, that is also a transitive verb, because like is a transitive verb and it needs an object for itself to complete. Then we arrived around midday. So that is, arrived is intransitive. It's an intransitive verb because it does not need an object to complete itself. And then she sneezed loudly. So sneezed is again an intransitive verb because it does not need an object to complete itself. The next topic that we have, that is the week 7, that's the last week, and it is about clauses and phrases. So what is a clause? A clause is a group of words containing a subject and predicate and functioning as a member of a complex or a compound sentence. Like, you can say that clause is a part of a long sentence which has its own subject and its own predicate. Example: Messi is a good soccer player, and I want some cereal. So both these examples are complete sentences. So these are the complete clauses. Then we have the types of clauses. Types of clauses, there are mainly two types of clauses. One is the independent clause and the second one is the dependent clause. Now, what is an independent clause? An independent clause functions on its own to make a meaningful sentence and looks much like a regular sentence. Like, an independent clause does not need any help to complete itself, rather it is already completed. For example, he is a wise man, and then can you do it? In both these sentences, the clauses are complete, so it's an independent clause. The next is a dependent clause. A dependent clause cannot function on its own because it leaves an idea or thought unfinished. Like, it is not a complete thought, or it is not a complete sentence or idea. So they are also called the subordinating clause. The example is that I know the man who stole the watch, and then he bought a car which was too expensive. Who stole the watch and which was too expensive? These are the two dependent clauses, and they need an independent clause to complete themselves. Then what is a phrase? A phrase is a group of words which has no finite verb in it and acts to complete the sentence for making it meaningful. A phrase is, you can say, that a senseless group of words. So the example is that I like to swing the bat hard when I am at the crease. So this over here, the phrase is used as an object, and then reading novels is a good habit over here. Again, that is used over here. It is used as the subject. The phrase is used as the subject, and we are sorry for her departure. So again, her departure, this is also a phrase, and it is used as the object. Thank you very much